They just let their emotions and desires and everything just control them.
I have waited so long for someone to come out and speak up for those of us who don't want to sleep with our entire county, cheat on our wives, get drunk every Friday, conform to the system and copy what every other Joe is doing just to look like the popular guy in his lame-ass group of brokies.
I really respect and value people who are able to break out of this like system of thinking, hey guys, it's me. I don't know what the heck told me it would be a good idea to film now. You guys don't understand how late at night it is. I wanted to like just film now. You know, sometimes when you just want to film or like you don't want to hold off on filming, you don't come at me, guys. You don't know my story. So I don't personally have TikTok, but someone I know sent me this video and they have TikTok, so I'm gonna check it out because I think that this video is going to be important. And this is late at night, that's why I look tired as heck. I was like, no, I'm gonna make this video because yeah, that's me sometimes. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this video.
We have never before as a species veered so far off track from where we were supposed to go. Relationships have never been so weak. Families have never been so broken. Divorce rate has never been so high. The youth has never been so lost. Mental health had never before spiraled so out of control. Cheating was never normal, and it's all being done on purpose. Now, this one's going to be a bit of a long one, but the next 3 to 4 minutes are going to forever change your perspective on the way you're being tricked into living your life. So listen carefully. Now, I saw a quote the other day that said, if you want to make humanity hate each other and fall apart, show teenage boys as much naked women as you possibly can. Now, I read that and I found it fascinating. At first, I didn't understand it, but then I made sense of it. And now I'm going to break it down into simple terms for you guys, and I'm going to explain it to you step by step. And it is scary, so you're going to want to watch to the end, believe me. Now, it starts with a different quote I heard recently. It was from Jordan Peterson. He said something along the lines of, the average 12-year-old boy of today has free instant access to more naked, beautiful women across the world than the average lord, emperor, king with all the money and power in the world did 300 years ago. Now let that sink in. Now, as always, it starts from the top. You have pop stars half naked on stage being celebrated. You have Instagram models posting and monetizing uncensored content to a non-age restricted audience. Again, glorified and boosted by the algorithms. You've got OnlyFans stars, you've got revolting content all over social media. And this unspoken collective acceptance of wearing less and less clothes is now consequently the underlying reason behind so many girls now having insecurities beyond imagination, because you have the...
I gotta stop it here because, you know, I don't want to stop it. I just wanted to let him speak. It's flowing so smoothly, but this is exactly what I said in my recent video, which I want people to check out my recent video about the beauty standards, how ridiculous it is and how people are being fooled and tricked, and it's for money and profit, because once they get a hold of our insecurities, that's where, like, you know, of course they can get us. You know what? I don't want to go on TikTok, but it almost seems like these videos get more traction on there. But I know there's also like more of a like an opposition on TikTok. Like there'd be more people that are against what I say than there's on YouTube, which that's fine. Obviously we have to accept that there'll be people who disagree. It's fine, but I don't know. I just want to stay off that TikTok app. I like being on YouTube more, you know? I get why some people just choose to ignore everything that's happening. Not being as aware sometimes feels better, but you know, at the same time, we can't just like ignore everything, you know? Let's just continue. I look so done.
Photoshop plastering their naked bodies everywhere, pushed by the algorithms, by the way, because they know it sells, to the point where even the rare, keyword rare, but loyalists of males in relationships having it unwillingly shoved in their face. We collectively celebrate the plastification of the human body and refer to it as beauty. We glorify individuals who pump their lips up that makes them look like they had wasps for breakfast, or get boob jobs to the point where you can't even see their dumb face behind what's been done. And they slap them on the front pages of the magazines, refer to them as the most beautiful women on planet Earth, and sell it to the teenagers and young adults. And despite the fact that these magazines, these pieces of content, whatever you want to call them, have been through a 10-stage process of editing, color correcting, correction, imperfection, improving, and whatever else adjustments, these young adults are being brainwashed into thinking that what they're consuming is a legitimate representation of reality, when in fact it could not be further from the truth. All for money. And then what happens, this disease, this unspoken acceptance of fake beauty, hypersexualization of literally anything, and just overall illegitimacy, it reeks into the teens and the commoners, the consumers. The girls who just innocently scroll social media. And then some girls see it as an opportunity. They wear less clothes on their social medias. They wear less clothes on nights out. Their overall dignity and exclusivity is in a perpetual downward spiral because this is now what's accepted. And they also know the males are now aware that this is the new reality. You have a massive contingent of women who are more insecure now than ever because they can see that everything in society is getting sexualized and the glorified celebrities are the advocates for it, so they feel they either have to become it or remain insecure. Everything's and you'll want to point a finger at each other.
And this is why I'm trying to push further and further away from that. Like, you guys see how opposite my content is? There's a reason for that. Not just because it's the way I am, but because I'm trying to push us. I'm trying to, like, imagine it's coming at me. I'm trying to push it, like, go the heck away. Like, I rebuke that right now. I rebuke anything bad that is trying to come at me. Someone asked me once, if you could do OF, would you do it? No, because I have more to offer. I said so many times, I have more to offer. Okay, something kind of went wrong in the editing here, but I was gonna say I'm gonna have a harder time in relationships, knowing also that I'm gonna be damaging society because of what this stuff does to people. I feel like I'm not gonna be respecting myself. People are gonna lose respect for me. There's just, the list goes on and on. I'm trying to be myself, and I don't care if people call me a pick-me girl, like my videos are for some sort of validation. I don't care. Because I know that it's damaging people. God bless people that, like, can open their eyes. Like, these people that can open their eyes, I just have so much respect because I feel like it takes a lot to break out of this, you know what I mean? So, like, I just have a lot of respect for people that can open their eyes and really see and not fall for this. I'm gonna say something. I know these temptations come in and we try to find this instant dopamine and we try to find this satisfaction in this stuff that's gonna end up hurting us in the end. People have to realize that you want to do things on your own time, but then once it seeps into society and into kids' brains, that's when we have problems, and that's what's happening with so much stuff. But people still think it's like a minor issue. People can do what they want. But if you're gonna push it onto, like, our society, on mainstream to kids, that is when it becomes a problem. I'm like almost halfway through, and I thought this video was gonna be like about the general issues we have in society, but I think this guy's talking about, like, the hypersexual culture, and I have so much to say. I could talk about this all day. Let's continue this though.
If she wants to dress like that, then I can look all I want, as well as the other 24 women I've looked at this morning, and the 89 matches I've got on Tinder, and the 3 stars I've watched this morning. Everything's you're both finished. There's no men versus women. You're both slaves. You're both industry slaves, social products. So from one hand, you as a female are wrong for sexualizing yourself and dressing in a way that puts you in a position where you attract the wrong attention for the wrong reasons. And you as a male are wrong for non-consensually indulging in what isn't yours. But you're both mugs, but you both do it because that's what's accepted. So this is our step one, going back to the quote. Creating arguments of humanity. We've already split the world. It's men versus women. They both hate each other. Men are wrong for everything, women are everything wrong. So you're already arguing.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
let me explain to you where the total destruction happens.
I actually came up with this theory. It's like the algorithms try to just, like, put out the extreme crazy voices, and, like, they try to censor and suppress, like, the rational, reasonable people to make us believe that all men are bad, all women are bad, so we keep fighting each other and we're at each other's throats. You know, guys, once you see content creators that are small, that are reasonable and logical and make good things, uplift them, comment, share their channel, because the algorithm already, they hate this type of stuff. They just want to push insanity. So once you guys see, and I'm not even talking about me here, once you see content creators that are smaller, share their videos, leave a comment. I love leaving comments because I know it helps. It just takes one simple smiley face. And I try to do that for people I know, even for the people that I was on their podcast and stuff, because I know how hard it is on YouTube trying to get your voice out there. And some people have, like, amazing things to say. They don't get the recognition and the credit they deserve, you know? I'm actually speaking about other people here. Let's continue.
You have 35-year-olds doing what I've been saying, but you also have 11-year-olds already doing this stuff. Crazy, right? But when you think about it, it's not actually crazy, because the average 11-year-old of today has already had an iPhone for 2-3 years and already scrolled hundreds of thousands of TikToks, Instagram posts, and whatever else they can consume and click of a button. They're no longer participating in creativity-induced activities such as drawing, painting, creating things. Any education they are given is the bollocks education system shit that teaches them absolutely nothing except how to be depressed and anxious, and they hate it so much that in order to not be depressed and anxious, they play video games, scroll social media, and consume all of the above. And then what happens is they get to the age of 18, 19, they have no family values, they've been taught no value in loyalty, care, exclusivity, they're full of negativity, they hate their lives, they're full of hatred and resent, they live their lives chasing clout, sleeping around town, and attempting to copy what they think is the reality of the lives of the influencers and celebrities they follow on social media. None of these kids can go on to be good mothers and fathers. They are simply not equipped with any value to provide another, let alone raise a child from scratch. I don't think you people realise how bad it's actually got. Or maybe you have and you're just going through the motion. 50, 60 years ago, men were going to war, and they'd go to war knowing that their wives were at home, loyal to the brim, waiting for them for sometimes years on end. with the possibility in their mind they might never come home. How many of you can look me in the eye and say you would do this for your significant other? 99% of you, not a chance. You wouldn't stand a chance. Most of you wouldn't last a week. If my generation is honest with themselves, you know that even if your partner was at war in the line of gunfire, in a couple of weeks you'd be out in the club having vodka sprayed into your mouth by 3 other guys who did it to 15 other girls the last 5 nights before that. Disgusting. 50, 60 years ago, behaviours that would have been considered that of a prostitute.
Oh my gosh, my face is all red. I got chills because, like, again, I have such a soft spot. Like, I don't know, when I think of veterans and when I think of people that put their life on the line because they want us to be free, I don't know why it hits me so hard. Like, I don't even know people, like, personally in the military. I think a family member, like, my great-great-grandpa maybe was in World War One, maybe, or, like a long time ago. People who give up their lives and give up their reputation just for people, like, they expose things, or like they give truth, or they want to protect their families, or they have like this bravery and this courage and this honor. I don't know why it just gets me so emotional, and it just makes me sad how far things have fallen. And I'm not saying go to war, but people have become so weak. Like, they don't want to fight for their families. They don't want to be strong for their kids, for their significant other. They just let their emotions and their desires and everything run through and run wild and control them and stuff. They just let their emotions and desires and everything just control them, you know, and then they end up destroying their families, destroying their friendships, their relationships, society. Like, this is a serious matter. It's not even a joke anymore, and I'm starting to really feel the effects. For someone who's pretty young and was raised in a school, in a city where it's all like, they push all this crazy stuff, and I've just managed to never fall prey to it, and I thank the Lord for that, really. But I see what happens around me, and it still has like this subconscious effect on you, because it just twists your view on people. It just makes you feel like everybody's controlled. It's just, if you're watching this, Adrian, wow.
I have waited so long for someone to come out and speak up for those of us who don't want to sleep with our entire county, cheat on our wives, get drunk every Friday, conform to the system and copy what every other Joe is doing just to look like the popular guy in his lame-ass group of brokies. So long I've waited for someone to come out and speak about it until I realise that they're never coming, so I'm doing it myself. This is the end of the era of families if you lot don't fix up. It won't be like before ever again. Brings me to my conclusion about the original quote. How a society that hates each other and falls apart by showing the teenage boys as many naked women as possible, word for word. Objectify one of the genders, make the two genders hate each other, sexualize the children, teach the children nothing about loyalty, exclusivity and family values, and eliminate any possibility of real families in the future. It is in our DNA to need family. If there are no families, we're finished as a species. And the saddest thing for me is that people just fail to see that this is all being pushed on you intentionally, and you continue to point fingers at each other and argue with each other and say it's him and her, and no one ever looks up at what's being fed to you. We resent each other, we split ourselves up into separate groups and dominions of society like race, gender, sexuality, postcode, nationality, religion, culture. This talk should make every single one of you realise how the world is, and if you still can't see it, then you, my friend, are completely enslaved, and I pray for your freedom. For those of you who can see it, stop buying it, stop financing it, stop watching it, and we might be able to reverse it.
I want him to know that he's heard. He has an academy too. I think he has some sort of a website. Anyways, he's speaking such truth, you know, and see, these are the types of things that I should react to on my channel. I should speak about. I'm gonna bring up Tate again, because I remember when I made his videos and I was trying to prove to these people in the comments that no, it's harming men too. They're not understanding, and then I see videos like this and I'm like, finally someone gets it, you know? Sorry I came kind of harshly there, but like, for real, this stuff is damaging everybody. And I'm so glad that Adrian brought it up. I don't have any other words. It's really late. And also, he kind of summed everything up, guys. Do not be enslaved to this stuff. Please break out of it. I really respect and value people who are able to break out of this, like, system of thinking, that are able to kind of, you know, get out of this toxic mindset and view things properly, you know, in the right way, and do things in the right way. That is all for now, guys. Let me know what you want to see down below. God bless everyone, and I'll see you guys soon.